Now, that's how I'm going to clear the table. Don't you ever talk that way to me. Pig, Polak, disgusting, vulgar, greasy. Those kind of words have been on your tongue, and your sister's tongue is too much around here. Who do you think you are, a pair of queens? Just remember what Huey Long said, that every man's a king, and I'm the king around here. And don't you forget it.
I wasn't on the screen that much. Over a 40-year period, you make 32 pictures or something, whatever it is. That's not very much.
Why did you not work the last 9 years?
Because I find it odious, unpleasant. I don't find acting satisfying. I'm much more interested in writing. And I've sort of lived a contemplative life, trying to figure out what it is that I would like to do. I never really knew. But I have more satisfaction at writing and doing other things, focusing on other things.
Such as?
I'm interested in everything. I don't think there's anything I'm not interested in. But I've spent hours and hours watching ants go up and down my sink, picking up the crumbs and finding out where they come from. They come in the cold weather. And
that's actually what you've been doing for 9 years? Come on.
No, I've been doing a lot of things. I've got 9 children, don't forget. And that takes quite a bit of doing.
You just had a new little baby.
Huh?
You just had a new baby?
Yeah. I have a little girl.
Tell me about her.
No. I don't see any. There's my answer to Jeff Bobco again. Anyway, I think if there's anything that is perhaps unsettling to the stomach, it's to watch actors on television talk about their personal lives, and you spend an hour with the first person singular, and you're exhausted. You stagger to the doorway and fall down in the hallway, seeking some kind of relief.
You said that in the last 9 years you've been searching for what you really want to do.
Yeah.
Have you decided?
Have you?
Did you ever want to start a national theater or something like that?
There is no, we have no basis for culture in this country. There is no culture in this country.
Why do you say that?
Well, there's almost no culture any place in the world. Who are the present great artists, painters, thinkers, philosophers? Where are they? Do you realize that in Greece, for 150 years, we had Sophocles, Plato, why go down the list?
But I mean, couldn't you bring it to the American stage?
That's an enormous presumption. I mean, if people throw the word artist around as though it were a football, there are no artists. There are only people like you and me who make money. And
I didn't accuse you of being an artist. I just asked you if you could bring Shakespeare to the stage for us.
Why has there never been a national theater in this country? The closest we had to the National Theater was Orson Welles and John Houseman and the group theater. And they all failed miserably.
Has it ever occurred to you that that you really do have the respect and power and you could bring it to the American scene?
No, it has never occurred to me.
Why did you not come back to the Broadway stage after Streetcar?
Let me ask you why you've crossed your left leg over your right rather than your right leg over your left. Do you know why?
Is it as simple as that?
Yeah, it's as simple as that. Why did you reach out and get that fly that was bothering me? Why have you done that twice instead of 5 times? You don't know. I don't know either. Same answer.
I have an answer.
Go ahead.
That you didn't like the repetition night after night after night, and you were getting bored with it, and that you wanted to sort of work around it.
It's not that I didn't like it. It's that I hated it. It was the worst. It was the worst experience I ever had in my life. I almost went out of my mind. I'll tell you a funny story. I used to think of myself as something of a boxer. And I thought it would be terrific. I loved the boxing. I was boxing and streetcar in New York in the play. And I've always get people to box with me. And so I had a lot of fun doing that. And then one day nobody wanted to box. So I went to one of these stagehands and I asked him, I said, would you mind? I said, why don't we come down and, move around a little and work out and box? And this guy was about as big as tall as the roof. I said, I'm not going to hurt you, I swear. I just want something to work out with. I'll work on my defense. You give me some punches. Broke my nose. You can see the scar here. And I was sitting down. No, I was kneeling. I was watching this pool of blood form about 8 inches away from my face. Just trying to remember what my name was. Anyway, I had to go to the hospital and have, because my face was all smashed. And after a week, after they put my nose back together, the swelling went down and discoloration was almost gone. Irene Selznick, who was the producer, wanted me to, she wanted to come and see me. So I had a friend of mine go down and get some Stein's makeup. And I said, I want some maroon, I want some green, yellow, got all this stuff. Made myself up with these terrible eyes, put some tape across my face like this. And she walked in, I said, Irene, I said, when are they going to let me out of this place? She said, you stay right where you are. We'll tell you when you can leave. And I was so pleased. That was one of the high points of my life. I didn't have to work for 2 weeks. It was awful. Awful to be in a place.
So you don't like the stage?
No. No. Much tougher than the movies because you have to do it every night. You have to find that emotion. You have to upset yourself. And, in a motion picture, you come in and you save it for the close-up, crank up for that, and then let fly. And so it's much shorter duration. The work is much shorter.